Call me Hollywood. The most famous reindeer of all. To borrow a line from Rudolph's little jingle, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But I guess I shouldn't speak ill of the brain dead. I just hate him. Look, I don't hate him. I hate his movie. That claymation piece of shit just about ruined my career. Did you see it? I hope not. It looked terrible. Flanks out to here, all of us look terrible though, because we all look alike. Santa and his 8 tiny clone deer. You know why that is? Every last reindeer in that film looks the same. Not just the 8, not just the 8. Every reindeer in every scene. Well, except for Rudolph, of course. I mean, the rest of us just look like Donner. The women look like Donner. And I said at the time, I said, the does have antlers. You can't have does with antlers. And they were like, oh, that's okay. You know, most people don't even know there are girls on the team. Yeah, sure, people don't know there are girls on the team. You find me a baby name book that lists Vixen under cute nicknames for boys. Putting antlers on that slut is like having a centerfold with a pop-up phallus. Sproing! That's how I feel every time I look at that movie. Sproing! Like, what the fuck am I looking at? Abominable snow monster? Island of misfit toys? Rudolph speaking without an interpreter? Continuity in the film industry makes me cringe. Like in my movie, Prancer was supposed to be based on a true story, but by the time they finished editing, it looked like the little girl had saved my life. My life. Can you believe that? I mean, I guess that's what happens when you don't sit through the rushes, but I like it, it's good. At least I wasn't made out of brown felt and Play-Doh. I said, no, 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 no. I want live action, big budget, and an original score by John Williams. And this is most important, I want to play the part myself, or I'm not signing anything. We almost got John, trust me. He wanted to do it, it's just, he had other commitments. So, I was telling you why Donner got the Rudolph deal, not because he has the best profile. In order to gloss over his role in the foggy Christmas affair, Donner wants to make a movie of his version of what was, quite frankly, one of the most sordid events in North Pole history. So what does he do? He writes letters, he makes phone calls, and he gets his lips on the ass of every movie exec north of Anchorage for almost a year, until he finally lands a deal with his claymation company. And let me tell you, this outfit is so second rate. They go over budget flying in a deer from New York to play Rudolph. So, they weren't going to pay the rest of us. I fucking walked out. I said, Santa, Donner, you want me to sell my soul? You better come up with the cash, because I only do charity work once a year. And everyone walked out with me. And that is why every deer in that film bears a strange resemblance to Rudolph's daddy. Terrible movie. I mean, they didn't even ask me to sign a release to use my name. Can you believe that? And that is why this year, my agent's getting an injunction to keep them from airing it. I'm not being vindictive or anything, it's just, it hurts, the distribution of my movies. Seriously. Every year, video rentals of Prancer goes down because that's when the cable networks want to air Rudolph. I think that's one reason why I didn't get a nomination. I mean, you know, the Rudolph movie, and it's terrible to admit, but racism in the industry. No deer has ever been nominated for an Academy Award. Never. Are you gonna sit there and tell me Bambi didn't deserve an Oscar? My God. When his mother died, I wept. I wept. I mean, of course it's animation, you know, but my movie, live action, big budget, all-star cast, Sam Elliott, Cloris Leachman, Abe Vigoda, 2 years in the making. I did my own stunts, and what did I get? Hello, Motion Picture Academy, were you asleep during the broken lake scene? Snowy covered highway, cold winter night, broken leg, Sam Elliott coming at me with the gun. Oh, give that deer an Oscar. I mean, you know, I'll relax, you know, I've been looking at treatments for a sequel, but it's tough. It's really tough. There's a lot of fucking shit out there. Let's look at this. Prancer 2, opening sequence. Nighttime, Christmas Eve. winter. Oh, look at the fucking innovation. Hey, I got a Christmas Eve story. You know what? Let's set it in winter. Prancer gets separated from Santa Claus and gets lost in the woods. What is this? Lost in the woods? Why don't I just fly above the trees and see where I am? Enter the yard of an orphanage. Oh no, I am not working with children again. It is so true what they say about working with kids and animals. They steal every scene. You see, I do it because I have an uncanny natural sense of the cinematic. Children do it because they're fucking spoiled brats. I hate kids. But every idea for these movies is the same thing. Kids and deer, deer and kids, Santa, Christmas, deer, fucking kids. Why not? Why not? Check this out. A Schwarzenegger Prancer buddy film. Okay? Listen. Schwarzenegger plays Santa. I play myself. Set it in the year 2099. Cuban mafia cyborgs have taken over the North Pole using virtual reality elf doppelgangers, right? Me and Arnold go down to Miami, we kick some ass, wipe out entire Latino crime families, and then we uncover a plot to export stolen nuclear weapons, and soon we're on the run from crooked cops and robot assassins created by European drug cartels bent on world domination. Lots of location shooting, lots of special features. You give that a midsummer slot in the United States, we're talking a fucking blockbuster. There's not a man, woman, or child who wouldn't pay $15 to see that. I mean, I probably have to write it myself. That's really hard. I mean, whatever. But you know, now with this Vixen shit, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, if she sells her story to a cable network, it is going to undercut everything and anything I will do next year. Anything. But that's why they're doing it. They all want to be Hollywood. Donner, Vixen, all of them. All of them. That's why this is coming out right now, when all the media is focused on us. Look, we all have Santa Claus stories. I mean, some of us have Vixen stories. She's no saint. What I'm trying to say is, we all have stories. Some of us just have the common courtesy not to share them with the wrong people at the wrong time when someone else's career is on the line. The one thing we all don't have is talent. That's where she fucked up big time. Because 6 months from now, when HBO starts shooting the Vixen story, Holly and Harassment, see if they ask her to play herself in the movie. This whole little roustabout's going to get her nowhere. And that is why I am not cooperating with this investigation. There are things I know, there are things I don't know, but I have nothing to gain with this little tell-all scheme by Vixen. And until I do, she can cry all she fucking wants. Almost forgot. Friday night, 8 p.m., NBC, Hollywood Goes to Hollywood. The making of Prancer. Wonderful behind-the-scenes footage. Don't miss it.